Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're talking about debit cards and if debit is the new credit. With the recent impact that coronavirus has had on our economy, consumer behavior has changed so that more people are spending money with their debit cards versus their credit cards. If you look back in history, this actually happens repeatedly. Anytime there's uncertainty in the market, people tend to spend more of their own money via debit cards versus spending money on credit via a credit card. So with this change in behavior, companies are now starting to respond with debit cards that offer perks and increased safety. So if you think about it, why would you use a credit card? Oftentimes people use credit cards because they have perks and increased safety over a debit card. So if you now have a debit card that offers perks and increased safety, which one are you going to choose? A few of the companies offering these new perks is Bank of America, Discover, and several others. Now with these, you can get 1% cash back and refunded on fraudulent charges the next business day. So this sounds amazing. You're getting 1% cash back for using your debit card. And you also get the safety of the fraudulent charges refunded to you the next day. So that sounds like a win for debit cards. And that definitely is, and I think debit cards are moving in the right direction. Now from a bonus standpoint, with a credit card, you can get more than 1% cash back. You can get 1.5%, 2%, sometimes up to 5% on revolving categories, and a whole variety of cashback bonuses and other airline miles that you can get as well. So with that, credit cards still win in terms of bonuses that you get or perks that you get by using the card. So while debit cards have come a long way by at least offering that, credit cards are still winning in that category. But what about safety? If debit cards have just increased their safety dramatically, what impact does that have versus a credit card? Now this actually comes down to the fundamentals of the actual accounts. A debit card is connected to a checking account, which is essentially your bank account. So if someone gets access to your debit card or some way, shape, or form via online, they have a doorway into your checking account. So if they get that card or that number, they now have access directly into your bank. A credit card, if someone gets a hold of that card or the number, they have access to a line of credit. So think about that. Which one sounds more safe? Access to your bank account or access to a line of credit? You don't want either to happen, but in the event that it does happen, I would much prefer someone to get access to my line of credit over direct access to my actual bank account. And with that, I'm not trying to knock these new debit cards. They have come a long ways. That increased safety is tremendous. The perks are awesome that is now offered with a debit card that previously was unheard of. So they're coming a long ways. But with that, personally, I'm going to continue to use credit cards. Now I have credit cards set up in my whole financial ecosystem where I'll budget, say, $100 for groceries. I'll use my credit card for groceries. I take the $100 and I put it into my credit card column within my budget so that in my whole financial ecosystem, everything balances out and I'm only using credit cards for money that I already have. But for you, if you ever find yourself overspending on credit cards and you're recognizing that you may want to make a change, this may be a good option. If you already use debit cards on a daily basis, and this is something you're familiar with, these may be great offers for you to take advantage. Because if you're already using a debit card, why not use one that's a little bit safer and has these perks? So while I believe these debit cards have a little ways to go before I would personally start using those, that's just my personal choice based off of my own financial decisions and how I use credit cards. For you, this may be an incredible option for you to use. It really all depends on the person. And none of this is financial advice. This is just me understanding what's happening in the world today with today's economy and what impact that is having and how companies are responding to consumer behavior. Personally, I'm going to continue using credit cards, but it's great to see that debit cards are being offered with these incentives. With that said, I hope this video helped you understand some of the changes that are happening in the debit card landscape. Now that companies are starting to offer this, other companies may come along with competitive offers and up that percentage for cash back or even offer increased safety. Whatever the case is, it's good to see that debit cards are moving in this direction, and I hope they continue to do so. If you enjoyed this video, I ask that you please like and subscribe. Thank you.